Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2019. Here today, we're going to be starting Season 1, Episode 2 of my Manchester United career. So guys, if you still are enjoying this series and Football Manager back on the channel, feel free to leave a video a like. Let me know in the comment section down below feedback and suggestions for the series thus far, players you'd like me to sign, tactics and whatnot. But if you're not enjoying Football Manager on the channel, feel free to leave a dislike. In today's episode we have two matches. The first is against Pochettino's Tottenham Hotspur, and then we face Chelsea. Two massive matches against two London sides. We currently lead the Premier League table with 6 points. Paul Pogba is our top goal scorer with 8 goals. We're coming off a decent run of a 4-2 victory against Burnley and a 4-1 victory over Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. We're still continuing with our 4-3-3 custom tactic, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer inspired custom formation. I'm going to have to rotate the squad, unfortunately, as Anthony Martial is now injured. Sanchez is going to be the replacement of that on that left-hand side, but what a hell of a replacement. Romelu Lukaku, Rashford up top, Herrera, Pogba, Neves, Shaw, Bailly, Lindelof, Bellerin, and David De Gea in goal. So we're currently undefeated at the moment for now. Matic is going to replace that substitution slot. We've still got the likes of Chong and Mason Greenwood on the bench. So let's see Spurs' squad. Kane, Ali, Eriksson. Who else to really write home about? No one really. Dyer, Wanyama. They still have Kieran Trippier. They haven't gone and splashed the cash as we have, bringing in Neves and Bellerin, who, fortunately enough for me, handed in transfer requests. We got Neves on a pretty good deal, in my opinion. We pretty much got bang on his evaluation, but trying to steal Bellerin from Arsenal did cost us a bit. Paul Pogba receives the throw-in. Neves back to Paul Pogba. Neves finds Bellerin. The two transfers combined. It's a really fantastic piece of play there. Pogba finds Marcus Rashford to score his fourth goal of the Premier League there. Breaking away, Pogba headers it at the back post. Hugo Lloris was nowhere near. Golasso Rashford. Good on you. 10 minutes have been played now. Spurs still have no answer. Alderweireld, Vertonghen and Ben Davies still shaking at the back. Eriksson bombs in a really good free kick. Pogba scored a similar one in the last episode there. Oh, we have to go to VAR on the line here, and the goal hasn't been given. Trippier. It's a good header for Ander Herrera. We're still without Anthony Martial. It's going to be interesting to see how Alexis Sanchez performs this season. The only player we've sold so far is Matteo Darmian. The ball comes in for Rashford. Neves holds up the ball well. Pogba from range. He sometimes scores then, Paul Pogba. It's going to be a free kick for Manchester United. Neves bobs it in. He is my designated corner kick taker now. Lukaku drops back only as far as Shaw, and the highlight and the chance fizzle out. And Herrera is still on a yellow card. Rashford is playing out of his skin. He's playing really quite well. Pogba gets dispossessed, but he manages to retain possession there well. Lindelof finds Bellerin on the right. He sneaks central to Sanchez. Come on, that must have been a handball there. Back to Lukaku. It's still 1-0. Alderweireld pushing up the pitch against United. Pochettino's Tottenham Hotspur are doing quite well. Bailly trying to bring it out from the back. Lindelof's now back after he had his too many yellow cards accumulating. Bellerin's been tackled there. Rashford feeds it back to Hector Bellerin. It somehow crumbles back to Rashford. A poor piece of play. We'll try and build something up from my midfield triangle. Luke Shaw scores his first goal of the season, whipping in there. What a goal from Luke Shaw. He's the one that's actually playing as my sort of advanced wing back. I'm playing Bellerin as sort of more of the fullback. He's very quite quick, but going forward, Luke Shaw, the former Southampton man, whips it in. I'm really liking this formation. I'm going to try and rotate Manchetser, Chong, Fred, McTominay and Greenwood as best we can, but I want to try and get a strong core of players. I want to get them as best as we can, but we're playing as United at the end of the day, so as long as you get the tactics down pat, they're a very easy team to motivate, and play well with. The main objective for this series is to try and win as much silverware as possible. I will consider this first season a fail if we don't. We want to go for the Premier League. I'd like to go deep into the Champions League, but also like to go on a cup run. The FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. I like sort of Mourinho's philosophy there. It sort of bleeds onto other competitions. But Marcus Rashford there puts the ball into the back of the net, but unfortunately it's offside. And Herrera finds Sanchez there. Alexis wins the header, but Marcus Rashford puts it at the back post. It's good that he converted it well, but unfortunately for me, the goal was disallowed. 42 minutes have now been played. We're still on the attack very much so. I don't like to sort of ease off unless we need to, but it's Ander Herrera to whip it in to the back of the net from Ruben Neves' ball there. Picking up another assist. Ander Herrera for his second goal of the season. A nice ball in. What are Spurs doing? They have capitulated at the back line. 3-0 for Pochettino's Tottenham against Pochettino's Tottenham Hotspur. Rashford. Pogba, Lindelof, Neves. The highlight ended up fizzling out. Luke Shaw, Herrera and Rashford for the goal. That's alright. It's time to make some substitutions. I've made the decision to bring on Chris Smalling to give us some defensive consistency and solidity. Chong and Matic have come on as well. And Sanchez! Good on you, Sanchez. I really wanted you to score in this match, seeing Anthony Martial was out with an injury. He really needs to step up this season. I'm going to try and play him in cup runs especially. But I really want Martial to grow and flourish because I don't want the hierarchy to get me on my back. I don't want the squad to create and destroy. It'll sort of make too many factions because we really got to keep an eye on that squad dynamic, of course, unique to Football Manager 2019. But 4-0 against Spurs, 4-1 against Liverpool, 4-2 against Burnley. We are starting to hammer teams with our Ole Gunnar Solskjaer attacking football. Matic there, Neves, Pogba, Chong, can't quite get to it. The ball's come over the top. Smalling's going to safely go back to David De Gea. He's playing more of a shot stopper. He probably wouldn't be too bad as a sweeper keeper. Like, tactically, that would sort of throw a lot of teams off now that we're playing such fluid football. But for now, I quite like him as sort of a stock standard shot stopper goalkeeper. So 4-2 was the final scoreline there. And now we face Sarri's Chelsea. We face Sarri ball in the next match of today's video. We hammered them 4-0. Hector Bellerin picked up the man of the match, and Mike Phelan was delighted with the win. After 7 games played, we currently, a 7-0. So 8 games played in the Premier League now, 8 wins. We managed to go and beat Atletico Madrid 2-1 and play against them in the UEFA Champions League 2-1. We've also gone on and beaten Leicester City 4-0. Pogba is still our top goal scorer with 8. And Luke Shaw is having a hell of a season. We have been drawn against West Brom in the Carabao Cup. Aubameyang is currently the league's top goal scorer. Anthony Martial is back from his injury. However, he's not 100% at the moment. So I would like to keep him on. But even though Sanchez scored a goal in the previous important match against Spurs, we'll give him another run in the squad. Lukaku, Rashford up top. Lukaku still being my target man. Rashford, the advanced forward. My midfield 3 is really working quite well, with Ander Herrera being the box-to-box, allowing Pogba to attack and go forward, and Neves in support. I just like Neves more than Fred. Like, Fred is a very short sort of player, so he can get pushed off the ball a little bit, but he's actually very good going forward, so maybe we need to use him in that sort of role. So Chelsea are fielding Pedro, Gonzalo, Higuain, and Eden Hazard, Jorginho, Kante and Drinkwater in the midfield. Pedro, Kante, fizzled out. It's time to make some substitutions. I'm going to bring on Greenwood and Tieth Chong for now, along with Chris Smalling. I want to give at least a decent amount of minutes. I don't want to be bringing him on the last 5, 10, 50 minutes against Chelsea. Should be alright. Oh, Pedro! scores his 5th goal of the season there. An assist from Eden Hazard. 1-0 down just before the 60th minute against Sarri's Chelsea. Sarri ball has just ripped us a new one. Pedro, according to most Chelsea fans, is arguably the best finisher at the club under his tutelage at Barcelona. He is a very good player on the finesse. 1-0. Come on, Chong. Come on, Greenwood. I believe in you. Let's try and pull us out from this one. But we're a little bit exhausted by the look of it from our match against Leicester 4-1, and then that midweek and congested fixture against Atletico Madrid. But the ball's gone over the top there from Lindelof. Come on. Come on, Man United. It's Fergie time. Not quite, but it's going to be. We need to score in Fergie time. Come on. Come on, United. Emerson, Kante, Jorginho in the midfield. Drinkwater bombs it to the right to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta gets tackled. Rashford trying to create something, dropping back. He's burnt Azpilicueta here. He's burnt 2. He's burnt 4. Rashford! Oh, he's done absolutely everything there. Burning 4 players. But the finish in the final third didn't come off. Neves from the corner kick. He's been so prolific this season. That's a very odd sort of bogey shot there. 1-0 down. Ross Barkley coming on from N'Golo Kante now. Come on. Let's try and pull this back. 1-0 down against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Hazard whips the ball in. Rudiger, the German international, finds Higuain, the French-born Argentine international. Hazard back on the right-hand side. Bombs it at Luke Shaw, but that's it. She's all over Red Rover. The full-time whistle has blown, and we've managed to be defeated here today. 1-0 from Sarri's Chelsea. So that brings the difference between first and second by only 4 points. My unbeaten run has been lost. Chelsea are second. Manchester City are in third. Arsenal are in fourth. Liverpool are in fifth. Pochettino's Tottenham in 6th. Fulham breaking into the top 7 there. Newcastle in 15th. What are some other interesting sort of notes there? Wolves, Crystal Palace and Cardiff look like they're going to be relegated. Luke Shaw is still very much on my highest average player rating. It's great to see we've got a lot of key assisters as well. Ander Herrera, Paul Pogba and Neves picking up 4 assists for the club so far. But David De Gea, even though he's a sort of a shot stopper, he's had the best pass completion at the club. How crazy is that? But also with that midfield triangle, we're not incredibly relying on Paul Pogba to be the attacking playmaker. If Ander Herrera or Neves get the opportunity to sink through a ball and loop through a through ball, they can do it. Mahrez whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous. With the layup, Marco Royce